everyone, Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So today, after our wonderful week of demos last week, it's finally into the next Otome game on the list, which I did get you guys to vote for, and Battlefield Waltz won very, very barely, like by one vote. So that's what we're doing. So we'll be going from the sci-fi of Chariot Maniacs to very much a fantasy vibe, and we don't want the opening starting there, just there off of the main menu. We want it to come in when it comes in. I had no idea it was going to do that. Wait, I left it for too long. Hello Drag, how are you doing? Let's I know this game involves a cursed sword and a school, and that's about it. Let's get into it. Name, I am gonna leave it as the default, because usually that gets it voiced, right? So her name is Lan. Prologue. Awakening of the Cursed Sword. Ooh, a bell tower, huh, Drag? It's kind of cool though, even if obviously it's very tiring with all those steps. I bet you had a great view. Mum? I call out as Mum gathers the laundry to bring inside. I need that text to be moving faster, thank you, please. Game settings. Text speed. Maybe we'll have it like that. Oh, no. I'm not sure. I would like to confirm those. Right. Okay. Faster text, faster text. Hello Nick, how you doing? I called out as Mum gathered the laundry to bring inside. Isn't Dad taking a while to come home? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mum and I shared a look. Does it always take this long to patrol? Should I go check on him? Mum glanced at the sword I was holding. Yes, I did. I looked up at the clear blue sky. Nothing felt out of place, and Auxerre village was as peaceful as ever. And yet, something didn't feel right. Right. My dad was the leader of Auxerre village. Auxerre? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It was his turn to patrol the mountain pass, and he had left earlier in the afternoon. I learned sword fighting from him, and practice was part of my daily routine. Oop. Speaking of bells, Drag. I tensed up from the sudden loud noise.
Nani?
Oop. And now everything's on fire. Smoke rose from the village square, and following immediately behind was an inferno of flames. Emergency bells. What? That village was a secluded, close-knit community. Everyone knew each other. Why would someone want to attack us? Through the rust-coloured smoke, the sounds of horses, swords, and screams emerged. No! Wait! Why? Mum and I stood there with blank stares as the orange flames crawled closer. It looked almost alive. I'd never seen fire act like that. Ooh! I was still unable to move. Screams grew louder. Then, as if they were swallowed by the flames, they became silent. No! Why? It was so sudden my mind couldn't keep up. Their village was a peaceful place. We were nowhere near a battlefield, so why...
Stella! 何をぼーっとしてるんだい? 早く逃げな! どうしたの? 何が? 私もよくわかんないけど、とにかく隣村の奴らが襲ってきたらしいんだよ。
Wait! What about Dad and the others who went to the mountain pass? Probably dead. There was only one path to the village. No one could enter without using the path that Dad had gone to patrol. Mum, I'm going to the mountain pass. I repositioned the sword I carried and was about to start running.
Stella! 娘を連れて逃げろ! バウロスは殺された.
Yep, Dad. Mom, hurry, this way! Let's go and hide in the cave by the shrine. I'm sure we won't be found there. Yeah, I thought that kind of looked like a shrine. I held back tears and ran desperately. Stopping to cry was not an option. And I still didn't believe that Dad died. No. I refused to accept that. Dad is the strongest in the village. It's impossible for him to die. Don't worry, Nina. I'll protect you from any bad guys, I promise. Nina was a villager I was close to. She was near my home when this started. Her parents owned the general store right at the heart of the village square. There was no time to confirm their safety, so I urged Mum and Nina to quickly head to the mountains with me.
Oi! あっちに誰か見えるぞ!
Oops.
そっちにも抜け道があったのか! 追いかけろ!
Mom, don't stop! But...
いたぞ! 女たちだ! もしかしたら魔剣のところに逃げるつもりかもしれない。絶対に捕まえろ!
Cursed sword? It reminded me of an old folk tale passed down in our village. There's a legendary sword hidden near our village. It can't be. Can it? Now that they had found us, hiding was no longer an option. I need to defend myself with this sword. Gripping my sword, I steeled myself. I had to protect Mum and Dad's stead now.
おい、そこの女! 止まれ!
Ah, it's terrifying eyeless NPC time.
お姉ちゃん
It's okay. I reassured Nina with a gentle pat. Deep down, I was terrified too. But showing my fear would only make the young Nina even more afraid.
この村の女だな。お前は魔剣のありかを知っているか？
I have no idea what you're talking about.
正直に答えた方が身のためだぞ。
I really don't know.
そうか。ところでお前剣を持っているようだが、まさかそれで俺たちと戦うつもりか？
He sneered as he pointed his sword at me. Yeah, that's right. I took a stance and glared at them.
強がりはやめとけ。
どうせ誤信に慌てて持って逃げただけだろ。付け焼き場じゃ怪我するのはお前だぞ。
Ah, the first mistake that these eyeless NPCs have made is assuming that I don't know how to use this sword. It may also end up being their last mistake. Who knows? Well, good thing I know how to use it. I swung my sword with force. My blade met his, knocking him off balance.
バカ何やってんだよ。油断すんな。
Yeah. An attack came from the side and I managed to block it.
へえ、本当に少しは使えるようだな。だが一人じゃ到底勝ち目なんかねえぜ。
Yeah, I am outnumbered. Yeah.
そらそら、やれるもんならやってみな。
Damn you!
俺たちを倒してみな。
I swung my sword desperately. Facing two assailants at the same time forced me to stay on the defensive. Mom! Suddenly, one grabbed my mum and pointed his sword at her. What are you doing? Let me go! Caught off guard, my sword was knocked out of my hand. They snatched it up and pointed the edge towards me with a smirk.
さて、そろそろ遊びは終わりだ。おい小娘、魔剣はどこだ？
Did these people come to attack this village specifically to gain a sword that might not actually exist? Like, how are they so confident this cursed sword actually exists? I already told you, I don't know anything! The men started whispering to each other.
お姉ちゃん
Nina, in tears, stood paralyzed by fear. Cursed sword? The one from the folktale? Why are you asking about that? You know, I'm gonna take a bet it's in the shrine. That's my bet. If I were to take a guess as to where a legendary sword would be, the local shrine is probably my first guess. They actually believe that myth? Wait, did they attack our village just because of a legend? Ah. It seems that my own notes on this were just slightly ahead of where the game was going to bring that question in.
本当に知らないんだな。
Of course! I'm not lying! I was foolish. In that moment, I seriously thought that honesty would spare us.
ならお前たちみんな始末するしかないな。オゼール村の者は皆殺しと決まったんだ。
Ah, there we go. Someone's actually said it. Or there. No! Well, wait! Why target our village? We've lived in peace for ages!
先に仕掛けたのはそっちだ。
もう一度聞く。魔剣のありかはどこだ？
What did we start? Who started what? I don't know! All I could do was repeat myself. I was completely hopeless. There was no way such a thing existed in our village. Mum! His sword was at her throat, waiting for my response. Let go of my mother! Now!
まったく威勢のいい小娘だ。だが、なかなか上玉じゃないか。
母親も悪くない。殺す前に少し楽しむか。
おい、こっちへ来な。
Don't touch me! Stay away!
追いかけっこするか？
Get away! The men reached their hands towards me. No! 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 Everyone! I contorted and flailed. Only I can get my sword back. If I had the sword in my hand, I'd stand a chance. I don't want to die. I can't die here. I must protect Mom and everyone else. I have to fight.
ほら、いい加減に諦めろ。
It was when the man grabbed my shoulders. Huh? Out of nowhere, a bright azure light appeared. What's happening?
おい、あれ
It's glowing? The light was coming from the ancient shrine. No one knew what it meant. No one knew what it was meant to worship, but it was maintained by the village. No one wanted to demolish it. Hey! I looked closer and saw the light waver, moving slowly like a heartbeat. For some reason, I felt no fear. That's one bright light.
やっさなんだこれ前が見えねえ
The azure light gradually grew brighter. Oop, that's a sword! Couldn't believe what I saw. A sword hovered above the shrine, radiating a soft blue glow. A sword? What is this? It floated in midair towards me, continuing to emit the mesmerizing hue. The moment I saw it, all fear from within me vanished. I was so grateful. I thought I'd be able to save Mom as long as I had it.
何をするの？そんなものに触っちゃダメよ。
なんだよごちゃごちゃうるせえな。おかげで起きちまったろうが。
Cursed talking sword! Hell yeah.
てめえらみんなぶった切ってやら
Alright. Now we have introduction video. Opening video.
痛みなら祈りに変えて不確かな今日を超える生まれた意味など知らないまま気づない傷を重ねて二人とあのワルツをやっと見つけた壊れそうなぬくもり呼ばない涙のシンフォニー君を守りたいどれほどかすかでも聞こえるよそのことが私を呼び覚ますから
What's so cursed about the sword? Well, I guess we'll find out.
ラン
Huh?
あらあらどうしたの何をぼんやりしてるの
Mom?
さあ早く準備をしてニーナと一緒にラズベリーを積みに行く約束だったでしょお姉ちゃん早く早く
Oh, thank goodness. Nina's also...
さあ早く行きましょう
Both Mum and Nina wore bright smiles. Oh, right. It was all a dream. Of course it was. No way Dad's gone. Our village attacked? Impossible. Definitely just a bad dream, yep.
来なさい
Nope. Unfortunately, the bit that we hoped wasn't the dream was the dream. Huh? Whose voice is that?
そろそろ起きなさい
An unfamiliar voice was accompanied by my arm being shaken. Ow! When I opened my eyes, I was met with an unfamiliar ceiling. Where am I? As I tried to sit up, I felt something. Huh? What are these? Oh, are we chained to the bed? My wrists were bound by heavy shackles. It was as if I was some criminal.
よかったわ気づいてくれて
Huh? An unfamiliar woman stared down at me, her gaze icy and detached. She only said a few words, but that was enough for me to realize she was not friendly towards me. What is this place? I saw the sword at the shrine and then... I tried to recall what happened. I couldn't remember anything after grabbing the sword. Was Mum just a dream? Or am I dreaming right now? What's going on here? Why am I restrained? The shackles were cold against my skin. I felt uneasy as I heard them clink together.
これからあなたの審問会があるのよ逃亡されたり暴走されたりしては困るから
Trial for what? A trial? The weight of that word made my heart sink. Hold on, please! A trial for what? And why would I go out of control? Well, I guess we're about to learn what's so cursed about this cursed sword. After screaming, I remembered that Mum and Nina had fled with me. You get a cursed sword and now we're on trial, yes. It is time for Detective Kalla to get to work. Mum and Nina, The two who were with me, are they safe?
無事よ。
Oh, good. Oh, good. At least they're fine. Hearing this, I felt a flicker of relief. But then she looked at me coldly.
一応ね。
Huh? What does that mean?
あの二人の命は審問会でのあなたの回答次第ということになるでしょうね。
Lovely. What? This felt like a nightmare. I couldn't understand my current situation at all.
それだけはっきり覚えているということは意識の混濁はないのかしら。
If I can prove that my consciousness was taken over by a cursed sword, does that absolve me of guilt? Absolve me? Guilt? Oh, besides that, what happened to the village? Is everyone alright?
向こうでエリアス殿から説明があるはずよ。
Elias?
ついてきて。以降指示があるまで口は開かないで。
Huh? Her gaze struck me as odd, cold, yet it seemed filled with fear. It was like she was looking at something dangerous. Is she scared of me? But why? She quickly headed for the door. Wait! First, you owe me an explanation! Where am I and why do I have to be shackled?
口を開くなと言ったのが聞こえなかった？
Her firm words and looks stopped me, leaving me unable to speak further. I kept telling myself that this was all just a bad dream. Oh, that looks like a church. Except it also seems to have, like, theatre boxes. Okay. I mean, possibly this is a court, I guess. Is that... Oh yeah, it's definitely a court. Yeah, there's the gavel. Gavel on the bench there. Prosecutor and defense benches to either side. Viewing boxes like a theatre for some reason. When I entered, I couldn't breathe. Faces I didn't recognize stared back at me with hostility.
連れてまいりました。
見張りご苦労だったね。まあいいや。席に着きたまえ。
So that's Maya.
は。
And this is probably Elias. I would assume. Those nobles who pay extra money. Yes, pay extra money to watch the court proceedings. Yeah. This... Before I continued, I felt a cold stare. Glancing at the woman, I shut my mouth.
こちらへ。
I noticed a cage-like enclosure ahead. I thought he was telling me to get inside. Fear and anger welled up inside me as they continued to treat me as a dangerous criminal. Why? Why do I have to be treated like this? After what happened to my village? Are they gonna try and put what happened to the village on me? Maybe. Do they think I'm responsible? I dismissed that notion quicker than it crossed my mind. I'm not sure you should dismiss that, Lan. 'Cause I had the same thought. impossible. That's too far-fetched. I'm no knight or soldier. They should know I'm incapable of doing that. I observed the people scrutinizing me. They all wore the same uniform. Their glares were so sharp that they seemed more like soldiers than police. Soldiers? Wait. Is this place...
さて、そろそろ始めようか。
The man sitting in front of me spoke. He'd been watching me since I entered. Based on his seat, he must have been the highest rank. How do you know my name?
私はエリアス。ミルベリア女王キオラ様にこのニルバーナの統括を任せられている。
Milveria and Nirvana, huh? I'm going to want some explanations here. Nirvana? Then this place is... I'd heard about it from Dad many times. Anyone in Artesia familiar with a sword knew that name.
ラン、君はこのニルバーナのことをどれくらい知っているかな？
Absolutely nothing, please explain. How much? After a moment of thought, I replied. The military organization Nirvana is... Okay. So Nirvana is probably what these people are a part of. A military academy for training soldiers to preserve peace across the continent of Artesia. Artesia? Artesia?
その通りだ。このオルテシアは山脈を隔て東西に分かれている。私たちはその西側にいるわけだ。ニルバーナはこのミルベリアのキオラ女王、ダグロートのイルダス王、アスールのシェラザール王が中心となって設立されたもので。
At least 3 kingdoms, okay.
目的は大きく分けて2つある。1つ目は外部大陸の侵略からの防衛。もう1つは大陸内の小国家同士の戦乱の鎮圧。そういった不測の事態に備えて各地域から戦闘の才能に長けた者を集め教育する場所。それがこのニルバーナだ。
Right.
つまり個人の感情や事情よりもこの大陸の平和を優先する組織であると認識してほしい。
So why am I in shackles? That doesn't explain this. Okay. I couldn't grasp what he was implying, and a sense of unease began to take root.
これからいくつかの質問を君にする。嘘偽りのない回答をしてくれ。
Huh? I couldn't help but call out. I looked at the woman called Mia, whose irritation was visible. Sorry, it was Maya, wasn't it? Sorry, Maya. I looked at the woman called Maya, whose irritation was visible on her face. Yet I couldn't hold back my questions. Before you start, please, I need to know what happened to my village.
どうというのは？
I flinched when he replied with a question. I'm asking if everyone's safe. The war, has it been resolved?
戦乱はすでに収まった。
Really?
我々が鎮圧に向かった時には、もうタシュク村の兵たちが立ち去ろうとするところだった。
Well, that doesn't sound good.
念のため、彼らは交流してある。
Okay, okay, right. At least they can't. At least they're not trying to put what happened to the village on our shoulders. Cool. They caught the people who came in and attacked us. Cool.
だが、 君にとって非常に残酷な回答になるが、オゼール村は壊滅に等しい。
Well, it would have been if you caught them on the way out.
生き残った者は何人かいるようだが。
No! That can't be!
次は君が私の質問に答える番だ。
His abrupt change of topic made me stiffen. The vague feeling of reality hit me, but it still didn't feel real. I wasn't so much as sad as I was empty. I couldn't think clearly.
まず、君の名前を。
Okay, name is an easy one. My name is Lan?
出身はオゼール村で間違いないか。
Yes?
父親の名はバウロス。これも間違いないね。
Yes? Okay, he's asking a lot of easy questions right now.
母親の名はステラ。
Yes?
聞くところによると、君はバウロスから剣の手ほどきを受けていたとか。これも間違いないかな。
Yes? I'm not sure I like the sounds coming from the peanut gallery on that one. Huh?
これは間違いないか。
バウロスはまさか魔剣のことを知ってたのか？
どうなのだろうな。もう確かめる術はないが、何かつながりがあると考えるのが妥当だろう。
Suddenly, unsettling murmurs arose. The snippets of conversation I caught made absolutely no sense to me. What's going on? What's wrong with me taking sword lessons? Even though men outnumbered women, it wasn't unheard of for them to be warriors and knights in Artesia. Sorry, Artesia. Gotta remember how to actually pronounce that. They were looking at me eerily, and I didn't understand why.
静かに。
The murmuring instantly stopped. The silence that filled the room was unbearably terrifying.
バウロスはなぜ君に剣を教えた？
I mean, probably so I could protect myself, dude. Protect the village. Why? Well, a different kind of invisible anxiety started swelling within me. These people, what are they trying to make me say? Images of my father flashed through my mind. I didn't want to believe he was dead. All I had was the hope that he'd somehow managed to survive. Come on, focus. You've got talent for a girl. You need to be able to defend yourself. Train harder, get stronger, and let's protect our village together. I mean, he's super dead. He doesn't even have a character voice. Dad's voice echoed in my memories, and I fought back the tears. My father was a skilled swordsman. He appreciated female warriors and insisted I should learn how to protect myself. He said that we could protect the village together if I got stronger. Is that so wrong?
なるほど。
He paused and sighed as if he was deep in thought. I started to hear murmurs around me again.
あの小娘は何も知らされていないのか？
Yeah, the flashback didn't get a background, he didn't get a sprite, and he didn't get a character voice. Yeah, sorry, Lan, your father is definitely dead.
どうかな。嘘かもしれない。
Lying? What sounded so suspicious to them? I hate this. I want to see Mum. The corners of my eyes felt warm. I knew if I relaxed even a little, my tears would start flowing. So I had to bite my lip over and over.
ところで、君はオゼール村の近くにあるという魔剣の話を知っているかな？
Cursed sword? The one from the folktale?
おそらくそうかな。
Where's the cursed sword? The attackers asked something similar. Again with the cursed sword! Ominous feelings crept up my back. It's not that significant. Anyone from our village would have heard about it at least once. In Ortasia, there's a legend of a mysterious sword with unknown powers, believed to be hidden near our village.
おおむね正しい。そこに付け加えるなら、その剣を手にした者は絶対的な力を手にすると言われ、過去の文献においても国家間の戦争の戦況を一人で変えてしまったという記述も残っている。つまり我々ニルバーナとしては何としても手に入れたいものだ。もしもそれが現実に存在するのであればだが。
So that's why you brought me here. Anxiety weighed down my heart. The people looking down on me kept a calm demeanor as they whispered among themselves. Speaking of which, where is the sword? The beautiful sword emitting the bluish light suddenly floated and... Oh! Could it be they think I stole the sword from the shrine? Just as I was about to speak.
エリアス殿、遠回しに探っていないで、本当にその小娘の中に魔剣が入ってるのか、今この場で切りつけて試してみればいいだろうが。
See if the cursed sword is where now? Look, I'm pretty sure that if a magical sword was inside a person, just slashing them open would not just reveal a sword, right? What? My entire body tensed. When the man yelled, everyone whispered nervously again as they stared me down. Their gazes reminded me of that woman's, as if I was something dangerous.
グスタフ殿、お気持ちはわかるが、そうせかないでいただきたい。我らの目的は彼女と魔剣の保護であり、決して攻撃を加えることではない。
Secure? My voice trembled as I asked, and Elias offered me a reassuring smile.
すまないね。決して君を怯えさせるつもりではなかったんだ。ただその
エリアス殿よ、丁重にことを進めたい気持ちもわかるが、確かめないことには話にならねえ。
分かっている。だが現に魔剣はどこにも見当たらない。まあいいや、その事実に相違はないね。
はい。彼女が意識を失っている間にそれは確認しました。衣類のどこにも武器を隠し持っている気配はありませんでした。
Strip search in our sleep, huh? Huh? Elias gave me a wry smile when he saw me hunch over.
先に君の了承を得なかったことは詫びよう。ただ、事態が事態だったのだ。
Suddenly the room fell silent. Every eye was fixed on my every move.
まあ、確かに言い濁していても仕方がない。ラン、君の体の中に伝説の魔剣があるようなのだ。
How is that even possible? Please explain. Please explain why you think this. What? I thought I heard something unbelievable. My mind went completely blank.
例の二人をここに。
Both? Oh, probably Mom and Nina, right? By Elias's command, a door in the corner opened and a subordinate of his exited, only to return promptly. Mom! Nina!
ラン
Seeing them brought a wave of relief. But while they weren't shackled, they had guards behind them, a looming threat.
ステラ、あなたの娘さんのことについてもう一度この場でお聞かせ願いたい。魔剣を手にした彼女が追っ手をすべて撃退したというのは事実でしょうか。
Oh no. Something happened that has made our own mother terrified of us. Mum looked at me hesitantly. Her expression reminded me of Maya's, a mixture of fear and caution.
はい、間違いありません。
What? Mum, what are you talking about?
3人で逃げてきて、けれど追いつかれてしまって、それでもうダメかと思ったんです。ところがあの子はいきなり祠に走り寄って、一体何をするんだろうと思いました。
Wait, Mum, I did that because... The cold stares turned even more piercing. I wanted to run out of fear, but couldn't.
ステラ、その点をもう少し詳しくお聞きしたい。魔剣がオゼール村にあるという噂は私も耳にしたことがあったし、私も軍人の端くれとしてずっと興味を持っていました。個人的な興味および職務でその祠にも足を向けたことがあります。ですが何もなかった。
Wait, so some people knew what that shrine was for?
ただの朽ち果てた古い祠でしたよね。
ええ、私もそう思っていました。でもあの時は違ったんです。
Mum.
そう、浮かんでいたんです。あれは青白いまがまがしいほどに美しい光が剣からにじんでいて、私は怖くなってあの子を止めました。
In my mind, I recalled when I first obtained the sword. Yes, it was floating. We had passed that old shrine time and time again, but a sword was never there until that moment.
けれど遅かった。あの子は勢いよく剣を取り、そして振り向いた時の顔は私が知っているものとは違っていました。
Mum, please stop! You make it sound like...
何かに取りつかれたような、乗っ取られたような、そんな状態に見えました。
Mum?
あっという間でした。本当にわずかの間に全ての追っ手を倒してしまったのです。
No, I didn't do that. Tears began to flow. My mum and Nina blurred as my tears streamed down my face. the shackles prevented me from wiping them away.
お姉ちゃん、どうして泣くの？
Nina.
泣いちゃダメ。お姉ちゃん強かったよ。
See, Nina thinks we were cool. Nina's innocent smile pained me. Please, don't say anything more. That was what I wanted to say but couldn't.
あのね、お姉ちゃんがみんなをやっつけてくれたの。すごかったよ。強かった。
そうか、強かったのか。
いつものお姉ちゃんじゃないみたいだった。
Nina.
それでね、みんなやっつけた後、剣がお姉ちゃんの体に入ったの。消えちゃったの。
Nina, stop! My yell was a reflex. Seeing Nina speechless, I was overwhelmed with guilt.
ニーナ、あれはそんなものじゃないの。
おばさ
あれは良くないものよ。きっと不幸を呼ぶんだわ。
I want to believe, Nina. I want to believe it was cool and not scary.
夫、あの子を返して。
ステラ、どうか落ち着いて。
やっぱりあの魔剣は不吉なものだったんだわ。きっとタシク村が襲ってきたのも魔剣のせいよ。魔剣のせいであの人は死んでしまった。あの子もおかしくなってしまった。
Mum.
あの子は化け物になってしまった。
Well, looks like we're getting disowned by our mother for being possessed by a magical sword. Yay!
連れて行け。
助けてあげて。あの子を早く元に戻してあげて。
This has to be a bad dream. A nightmare. It was all that repeated in my head. Tears continued to cloud my vision. My eyes and throat started to sting. I didn't do that.
君の気持ちもわからなくもない。しかし、それは君のお母さんやあの少女が我々をたばかったということになるが。
That's not true either.
幸か不幸か、兵士たちに死者はいなくてね。交流した何名かにも話を聞いたんだが、全員同じことを口にした。
Wait, we managed to beat up everyone who was attacking us without killing them? And you're calling this a cursed sword? But it's not true. I could only repeat the same words, as if something had snapped in my mind. No, I didn't do any of that.
本題はこれからなのだ。君も知っての通り、このニルバーナは高い戦闘能力を持つ若者たちを集めている。すべてはこのオルテシアの平和のため。ラン、君にも力を貸してほしいのだ。
No, I can't. I think this is all just a mistake. Besides, a cursed sword? I don't believe in such a thing. I don't think my mother was lying, but how can that be inside of me?
甘えるな貴様。
Oh, it's this asshole again. Yeah, it might be able to change the tides of the world, but we didn't kill anyone. Maybe it can't kill anyone. Maybe it will be completely useless to you. The man stood up vigorously and started to stomp towards me.
落ち着けグスタフ。
俺は至って冷静だ。だがもう拉致があかん。この小娘の中に本当に魔剣が入っているのか確かめなければどうしようもない。さあ小娘、枷を外してやったぞ。魔剣を出してこの俺と戦え。
Dude, what makes you think she knows how to do that? What are you saying? I tensed up, seeing a blade pointed at me. Even with the shackles gone, I was still unarmed. My gaze shifted to Elias subconsciously. I thought he might still help me. He looked worried, but it seemed he wouldn't be stepping in. Oh, they're trying to confirm it.
どうした？伝説の魔剣とやらを出してみせろ。
This feels like it's about as bad as a witch trial here. It's like, if I can't defend myself, then I have a cursed sword. If I can't defend myself, I'm fucking dead. The man inched closer with his blade. I can't!
まだ嘘をつくのか？それとも貴様は自分の母親を嘘つき呼ばわりするのか？
No! No!
貴様、本気で切られたいのか？
He brandished his large sword. Someone help me! Somebody please help!
うっせえな。
Oh, okay. That's a good sign if other people can hear that voice. That means it's not in our head. Unless something else has happened that he's reacting to.
そんなに俺が見たいんなら見せてやるよ。ほらよ。
The cursed sword's like, you could have asked nicely, mate. He looks a little bit like a genie. A genie and a sword. Suddenly my palm began to burn, and the sword appeared in a pale blue flame. From the sword, a silhouette emerged.
魔剣か？
久しぶりに目覚めて気分いいのに、つまんねえことグダグダ抜かしてんじゃねえ。
なんだ？
子供。
おお、無能そうな奴らがずらーっとガン首揃えてんじゃねえか。どうも。俺様はビルヘルム、伝説の最強魔剣だ。
Nice to meet you, Wilhelm. No way. The boy was transparent, like a mirage, yet his voice was crystal clear. Huh? But his voice sounds different from the one I heard before. Is it just my imagination?
貴殿が魔剣の人格があるとは聞いていないが。
ああ、そうかもな。多分こうやって外に出てくるの初めてだし。
というか、どう見ても子供なんだが。
はっ、これは何のつまらない記述だ？ガキが魔剣なんてバカバカしい。
Then what do you suppose he is, Gustav? I mean, really? Are you implying that this sword is not the cursed sword? Are you implying that the ghost of a kid is not involved with this sword? What are you implying, Gustav? Please explain.
まさか子供なんて。
It seemed that others could see him too.
おい、俺様が子供だと思ってバカにすんなよてめえら。この俺が間違いなく最強魔剣のビルヘルム様だ。
ビルヘルム殿。
まあもっとも外見なんかで俺のことバカにするような低能には用はねえけどな。お前らが疑ってるからわざわざ挨拶に出てきてやったんだぜ。それをグダグダ言いやがってよ。
He's just like, you wanted me to show myself, and I showed myself, and now you're all like, it's like, yeah, that can't be the cursed sword.
とりあえずこの女が間違いなくこの俺様の所有者だからな。そこんとこよーくお前らの胸に刻んどけ。
いいよ。
ああ、でも所有者っつっても偉いのは俺の方だからな。そこも覚えとけ。こいつが俺の下僕。
Owner and servant. Those are two different things. Man, can't believe my cursed sword is a brat. Please wait.
あと、こいつが所有者なのは死ぬまで変わんねえから、そこも忘れんなよ。
Also, I don't think I wanted you to tell all of them that that my death would mean that I wasn't your owner anymore, because that sounds really dangerous for me, Wilhelm. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. There were so many things that made me doubt my ears. Oh? What? Hey, were you really inside of...
ヴィルヘルム殿にお聞きしたい。この少女を選んだのには何か理由が。
そうだな。わかんねえや。
Wonderful.
それは。
なんだろうな。魂の相性が良かったのかな。
魂の相性だと？そんなもの。
まあ他にも何かあるかもしれねえけど、別にいいじゃんそんなことは。
Because I...
ああそうそう、一応これも言っとくか。あの祠でのことだけどな、こいつのおかげでやっと目覚められてさ、嬉しくてつい暴れちまったんだよな。たださ、こいつ細っこいじゃん。俺と融合したショックっつうの、まあそういうのに心がついていかなくて意識失っててさ、覚えてないのはそういうことなんで。つうかさ、本当はさ、全員ぶっ殺してやろうかと思ったんだけど、やっぱ起きたばっかだとダメだな。
Great.
全員生きてんだって。しくじったよな。まあ次は皆殺しだな。
What?
つうわけでそろそろ引っ込むわ。俺しばらく眠ってただろ。まだ不安定みたいで長く起きてられねえんだよ。そのうちまた顔出すから。おやすみ。
Good night, Wilhelm. And then the buoyant sword disappeared into my hand.
冗談だろう。
ありえねえ。本当に本物。
まさか伝説の魔剣に人格があり、しかもあのような子供とは。
Not just a kid. A bratty kid.
こんな生意気なクソチビだったな。得意げにベラベラ喋りやがって。性悪そうだったぜ。
I don't like that Gustav's the one agreeing with me that he's a brat.
ですが、これでその少女の中に魔剣が存在するということを証明されたわけですな。
そういうことになりますね。
How did this happen? I didn't have the strength to speak, and standing was nearly impossible. I couldn't believe it was real. It had to be a dream. Even though I saw the sword and the boy appear and heard his voice.
メフィスト殿、あなたの意見を伺っても。
His name's Mephisto? Who are you, mister, and why do you have the name of a Lord of Hell?
やはりここで保護すべきでしょうね。
His attire is different from the others. Upon being asked by Elias, the man in peculiar clothes gave me a smile. He doesn't look like a soldier. No, he looks like an aristocrat.
はじめまして、お嬢さん。私はメフィストと言います。
His smile was weirdly kind before he turned back to Elias.
彼女の中に魔剣があるのはすでにはっきりしたはず。噂はすぐに他国にも広がるでしょう。そうなれば、彼女を狙う輩が現れる可能性もある。彼女が東側にでも奪われることがあったら、
それだけは絶対に避けたい。
Wait, please, wait, I...
美しい青紫の瞳のお嬢さん。君が戻るところはもうないのでは？
I mean, apparently not. Huh? Oh. The reality I wanted to forget hit me again with this gentle smile.
幸いこのニルバーナは全寮制だ。住むところには全く困らない。
Yes, but...
それに今の話を聞いていれば分かったと思うが、君のその体の中にある魔剣は非常に危険なものだ。君さえいればこの大陸を支配することもできるであろう。そんな絶大な力を秘めている。ただ魔剣の伝説に関しては誰もまだその全貌を把握しきれていない。この先魔剣を目覚めさせた少女の噂が大陸に広まれば、君を亡き者にして剣を奪おうと考える者も出てくるだろう。
Yeah, thanks, Wilhelm, for pointing out that I have you until I'm dead.
殺されたいかい？
No.
どいつもこいつも甘いことを。さっきの女子供を人質にして傀儡にすればいいだけだろう。
Ow, asshole. What? How can you say that?
グスタフ、君はしばらく口を慎む。人質という意味では決してないが、君がこのニルバーナに入ることを決意してくれるのなら、あの二人もこのまま保護することを約束しよう。
I mean, that still sounds an awful lot like you're holding them hostage. What?
君と同様、彼女たちも戻る場所はないはずだ。それにバウロスの死で、彼女は少し錯乱気味のようだ。安全な場所でしばらく静養することが一番なのではないかな。
That may be true, but...
承諾してくれないか。
Elias looked at me earnestly.
こちらとしても、君にこれ以上手荒な真似をしたくはないのだ。あくまでも君の意志で、ここに残ってほしい。
I mean, you do rather seem to be coercing me, so much for that one. Elias. His expression and voice were kind. I could tell he truly didn't want to force me against my will. Yet, I could only make one choice. Despite my deep desire to flee, I understood it was impractical. Like they said, I had nowhere to go. Nowhere in the whole world. I was exhausted. The events over the past few days had left my mind numb. Everything seemed unreal. Cursed sword. I glanced at my right palm. Nothing was there. The cursed sword was nowhere to be seen.
どうかな？心は決まったかな？
Well, you're not giving me a whole lot of choice, mate. All eyes in the room were fixed on me, their stares anchoring me in place. I understand. It took all my strength to speak those words. I felt like I was about to cry again. I'll remain here.
Tabeないのかい？多分もう丸一日くらいは何も口にしていないはずだが。
No, I'll have some. I spoon up some soup, attempting to eat, but stopped. I set the spoon back down on the table and took a sip of water instead. After the trial, I was brought to the infirmary for various health checks. Then Mephisto delivered some food to me, but I had lost my appetite. Yeah, why is he looking after us? Who is he? The meal was tomato and chicken soup, a vegetable and cheese sandwich, and an orange for dessert. Vegetable and cheese sandwich? What kind of vegetables? I mean, clearly not tomato, since that seems to be a separate item. Mephisto was right. I should be hungry. But I found myself unable to eat.
別に毒は入っていないよ。君はこのニルバーナにとって貴重な人材だ。
It's all very well for you to say it's not poisoned. How about you prove it? It's okay. I'm not concerned about that.
いろいろなことがあって辛いのは察するが、食べないと。
I know.
食べないと君の体だけでなく精神も危険なんだよ。
Huh?
エリアスはあの場では一応彼なりに君を気遣って言わなかったのだろうが、魔剣の話には続きがある。
Don't worry about it, Nick. It's perfectly fine if you just sit there and listen. about it.
君の中で今は眠っているその剣、魔剣に選ばれ、その身に疲れた者は絶対的な力を手にする。しかし、強い意志で剣を扱わねば、逆に剣に精神を乗っ取られてしまい、最後には発狂して死を迎えるという噂がある。
Lovely! What?
過去の歴史においても魔剣に疲れて死んだと言われる英雄は一人ではない。あくまでも噂だがね。
Oh no.
過去の偉大なる英雄たちも魔剣を体験せず自らの体に同化させていたそうだ。君と同じように。それが疲れるという表現につながったんだろうね。
Possess. I sighed deeply, losing the last remnants of my appetite.
さっきビルヘルムも言っていたろ。融合したショックで意識不明になったと。
Oh.
食べずにいると体力が落ちる。肉体が弱まれば当然心も影響を受けて弱くなる。そうなればそのまま君が乗っ取られてしまったり、最悪死に至る危険性がある。
Oh.
そういうわけだ。わかったらその食事を全部食べなさい。
Wonderful. So, people will want to kill me for the sword. The sword could kill me. As well. His voice was gentle, but just like Elias, it was clear that he expected compliance. I understand. I cautiously picked up the spoon again and drank the bright red soup. I doubted I could eat. Anxiety and fear filled me until the first taste. I hadn't eaten in a day, so my body instinctively needed food. Honestly, it was kind of laughable. Even in moments like this, hunger makes people eat.
この部屋を見てもらえれば察しがつくと思うが、私はこのニルバーナで医者の真似事をしていてね。
Ah, there we go. He's the school physician. Maybe.
魔術も少したしなむから、おそらくここにいる者たちの中では、最も君の相談役にふさわしいと思う。
A physician who's also a sorcerer.
何か体調に変化があったら、すぐに来なさい。
Thank you? Sorcery. So he's a mage. It reminded me of the mages who regularly visited our village to heal ailments. Oh!
何か?
Mr. Mephisto, you mentioned you know sorcery, right? In that case, could you cut the bond between me and the cursed sword?
それは無理だろうね。
It was worth a shot. Huh? He declared it without hesitation. I felt my only sliver of hope vanish abruptly.
その魔剣は外部から基本的に干渉できないのだ。考えてごらん。それができたら一定以上の力を持つ魔法使いなら誰でも魔剣を操れることになってしまうだろう。
Right.
それでも強引にやってほしいというのであればやらなくもないが。
No, it's okay. I don't want to try it, actually.
魔剣は君の魂に同化している。君の心が壊れてしまう可能性もあるが、それでもいいかい？
His casual mention of such a dangerous idea made me step back by reflex.
やってみるかい?
No, no thank you. I sighed and took a bite of the sandwich. For right now, I had no other choice but to accept my new life in Nirvana. I need to embrace my bond with the cursed sword.
ああ、それから私のことはメフィストと呼んでくれて構わないよ。
I nodded at him and he smiled.
私は消えるからゆっくり食べるといい。では。
Ooh. Magical sigil in the sky.
それにしても驚いたわ。まさか本当に伝説の魔剣が存在しているとはね。半信半疑だったけれど、あんなものを見せつけられては信じざるを得ないわね。
Right. By the time I finally finished my meal, she had come to get me again. She said she'd guide me to the dormitory, so I followed her without my belongings.
そういえば、まだ名乗っていなかったわね。私の名前はマイヤ。このニルバーナの教官をしているわ。
Ah, this is a teacher.
女子寮館も兼ねているから、部屋で何かあったらすぐに連絡を。
Okay. Teacher and housemaster. Okay. This building is huge. It's a bit of a walk from the infirmary.
この突き当たりがあなたの部屋になるわ。
After hearing that, I noticed that most of the rooms were dark.
見ての通り部屋は余っているけれど、あなたはユリアナと相部屋になってもらう。
Most of the rooms are vacant, but you'll have a roommate. Why? If most of the rooms are vacant, why do I have to share? I was sure she was meant to keep an eye on me, but I didn't say anything. And I wonder if everyone here will treat me like this. Nirvana. The school was designed to hone the elite warriors gathered from around the continent. I'd heard some students were as formidable as an entire army platoon. My roommate's name is Yuriana. What if she's intimidating? What if she points her sword at me? Well, it's time to go meet her.
Hi. 本当に女の子なんですね。マーヤ教官。
Yuriana. Who I believe is going to be someone I'm going to be rather sad that I can't date. If I remember rightly from... I'm trying to find it again now. From the opening sequence. Was it her? I'm checking voices. No, it wasn't her. It's someone else. I saw a familiar name in the opening and I couldn't remember which of them it was. She really is. Her cheerful greeting and smile left me dumbfounded. This was far from what I had anticipated.
あとは任せたわ。あ、そうだ。明日の朝食後に学園内の案内を頼むわね。
You're worried about what Yuriana thought we were. What? That she's like, oh, she really is a girl. She stood confidently. I noticed she was slightly taller than me and had burning amber eyes.
すでに連絡は来ていると思うけれど、魔剣付きよ。暴走する可能性もあるから気を抜かないで。
Be careful, your new roommate might lose control.
さてと、改めてはじめまして。私はユリアナ。これからよろしくね。
Hey Yuriana, is that your spear over there? She held out her hand while she said it. Nice to meet you too. I'm Lan. I shook her hand, albeit bewildered.
さっきはいきなりごめんね。女の子の新入生なんてもう久しぶりで久しぶりで。その上同室なんて言うから嬉しくなっちゃって。
So there aren't many girls here?
はっきり言うと比率は9対1くらいかな。
Right. That's so drastic.
入校条件が厳しい上に授業もかなりきついから、女の子は特に脱落も早くて、食事とか放課後とかいつも一人だったんだ。だからあなたが来てくれてよかった。
Oh. Her smile was so warm it suddenly made me want to cry.
明日の朝ごはんは一緒に食べようね。
I tried, but I couldn't hold back these tears.
どうしたの？ごめん、私ちょっとはしゃぎすぎたかな。そうだよね、村が襲われたばっかりなんだもんね。ごめん。そうだ、何かあったかいもの飲む？クッキーもあるよ。もう渡したら気が利かなくて本当にごめん。
No, no, it's not that. I'm sorry. I just feel so relieved and happy.
ラン。
Thank you very much. Yuriana obviously looked bewildered. I tried to apologize and thank her, but the tears kept flowing, hindering my speech. I was truly happy. At the very least, she treated me like a normal human being. A normal girl. Yeah, she is the first person to treat us as an actual human in a while. That is nice. That's a point in Yuriana's favor. I was carrying so much tension since I heard the ominous bell, but it was unraveled by something warm filling my heart.
謝ることもお礼言うこともないのに。
But
きっとすっごく辛いよね。私は故郷も村もあるから、今のあなたの気持ちをちゃんと分かってあげられないかもしれないけど、でも早く元気になってほしいなって思うよ。
Yuriana,
このニルバーナは確かに鍛錬とかきついし、ちょっと嫌なやつもいたりするけど、多分悪いところじゃないよ。だから一緒に頑張っていかない？
She took my hand again. Her smile was gentle, but her hand was calloused, the mark of a seasoned warrior. Oh yes, you have talent, you'll be fine. Dad? We'll protect the village together, you and your old man. I still don't believe that you're gone. Back in the village, Dad always took me out for sword training. None of my female friends picked up a weapon, so I was practically alone all the time. She fights with her own hands. Suddenly, I felt like I'd found a powerful ally. Tears welled up in my eyes once more. Yeah, we can protect Yuriana's village with her. That sounds like a great plan. Who needs boys? Let's go live with Yuriana in her village. Yes, I'll do my best.
よかった。
She looked at me happily as she squeezed my hand. Her smile was radiant.
ところで、さっきも言ったけど、何か飲まない？私、お茶が好きでね、いろいろあるよ。
Yes. Tea, please.
ベルガモットでしょ？ローズヒップでしょ？ミントでしょ？あと、城下のバザールで見つけた東洋のとか。
Yeah, okay. Please, can I just take Yuriana? She likes tea too. Bergamot, please. Earl Grey, thank you very much. I'll go with your recommendation.
そう？じゃあ、私が一番好きなの入れるから、そこの椅子座って。
I want to know what Yuriana's favorite tea is. Sure. So, this is what the girls' dorm is like. I looked around with interest.
ねえねえ、クッキーもどう？
Cookies. Cookies and tea. Cookies and tea. Oh, I'll have some, please.
了解。
As Yuriana got the tea ready, I felt a bit awkward being so idle. So I glanced around. Oh, that spear! I noticed a beautifully decorated spear resting against the wall near the door. Yuriana, do you use spears?
うん、そうなの。
Despite her answer, she looked so normal pouring the tea, which made me giggle. A scone's something I usually have with tea, or is that just for high tea? Personally, I haven't had a scone in a while, but that's because I have to make them if I want to eat them. So no, I don't typically have that. I just drink tea for the sake of drinking tea. I've also never had a fancy high tea in my life. But I think scones are involved with that. Yeah, digestives are a good tea biscuit. Or rich tea. Rich tea is also a good tea biscuit. And the ginger ones, they're also pretty good. Um, Here, it appeared that being able to fight was the norm, even for girls.
はい、お待たせ。
Oh, thank you.
これね、カモミールティー。気分を落ち着かせる作用があるんだって。
Her favorite tea is chamomile tea. Look, I like this girl. I like this girl a lot. I think we can be friends. Chamomile tea and cookies.
っていうのが本当かどうかは知らないけど、私はよく寝る前に飲んでる。香りも好きだし。
Thank you for this. When I held up the cup, the bittersweet aroma floated with the steam. I took a sip. It's delicious.
よかった。クッキーも食べてね。
Thank you, Yuriana. You're being incredibly kind to me.
もう、そういう堅苦しいのなしなし。私のことはユリアナって呼んで。敬語も使用禁止。
Ah, we must have been calling her Yuriana-san.
友達に敬語なんて使わないでしょ？
Right. Wait, what?
そうそう。
We have been declared friend. Then, please do that for me. I mean, do the same for me too.
そうする。
She grabbed a chocolate cookie and offered me a content smile.
さっきも言ったけど、無理はしないで。明日から明るくなんて無理だと思うし。
I didn't know how to respond, so I tried my best to smile.
でも、できるだけ早く笑えるようになろう。
Yeah. I mean, it does sound like Yuriana's been very lonely, so it makes sense that she's immediately gone, right, this is my roommate, this is my friend. I nodded, feeling a whirl of emotions I couldn't quite place. The warm herbal tea and delicious cookies, shared with the smile of my first friend. Just hours before, I was in so much pain that I could only think about running away. The dread of harboring the cursed sword hadn't left me. I still wanted it to simply disappear. I still couldn't accept what had happened to my village or my dad. But her smile gave me an ember of courage. It was enough to inspire me to make an effort here at Nirvana. Nirvana. This place will be my home from now on. Chapter 1. Nirvana. Look at this place. It looks so cool. I'm starting to feel nervous. It was my first time wearing the uniform and I couldn't help but feel anxious. In my village, our tiny school was in an old church. Of course, there was no uniform there. I wish Dad could have seen this. I adjusted my tie. As I adjusted my tie, I remembered my strong, kind father. I couldn't let myself cry now, and reminded myself not to think of him in front of others. Mum, I wish you were here to see this too. I really hope she's doing okay. Ilya said it too, but Mum was probably a bit shaken after what happened back in the village. Once things settle, I hope Mum will return to her usual self. They've promised me her safety, so are Mum and Nina somewhere in Nirvana? Or maybe they're elsewhere. I should ask when I'll get to go see them.
Ah, 似合う似合う。バッチリ。
Yuriana's lively voice snapped me back. Really? It doesn't look weird, does it?
全然。じゃあ食堂に案内するね。ここが食堂だよ。
Big hall with chandeliers. Wow. Walking in, I was speechless at the sight of so many students. The morning sun bathed the large cafeteria where they gathered for breakfast. There's this many students?
驚いた？生徒は全体で何人いたかな？私もちょっと把握してないけど、500人以上はいるはず。
At least 500. And if the ratio is about 9 male students to 1 female, then there's 50 girls, approximately. That many? It's more than my entire village.
寮はね、男女分かれてるけど、食堂は一緒なの。と言っても、見ての通り、女の子なんてほとんどいないんだけどね。
You're right. I looked around and saw mostly boys. Huh? Something caught my attention. Upon my entry, they all looked at me as if I was something rare and started whispering among themselves.
さ、食べよう食べよう。今日のメニューは何かな？
I didn't know how things worked here, so I followed behind Yuriana. We lined up along the wall, putting dishes one after another onto our trays. Wow, so this is how meals are served. The only cafeteria I knew was a small quaint shop back in my village. This experience was quite overwhelming. I'm gonna guess that we're being looked at weird because I guess we're basically a transfer student, as it were. I guess everyone kind of recognizes each other. And we're the new kid. And they've probably heard rumours. There's probably been rumours. As I took my food, I heard the students' conversation beside me.
あれあれ、見ろよ。ユリアナと一緒にいるやつ。魔剣の女。
Yep, word has gotten around.
へえ、なんか普通？つか、全然弱そう。
Oh.
でもさ、最強魔剣がついてんだろ？ってことは、アベルに勝てんじゃね？
うわー、それ見て！アベルが負けるとこ見て！
Annabelle? Must be someone strong.
ちらっと先生たちが話してるの聞いたんだけどさ、魔剣って人格あるらしいぜ。しかもガキ。
そうなんだ。じゃあ授業で見られるかな？
どうなんだろうな。エリアスが俺たちには近づけなかったりしてな。
でもまあ、それを抜きにしても割と可愛いかも。俺は好み。
だな。悪くない。
do I do? Luckily, their tones weren't malicious or mocking. It was more curious, like finding a new toy to play with. Yet it stirred my nerves, reminding me of the trial from yesterday again.
気にすることないよ。
Yuriana.
子供なの、あいつら。久しぶりの女子だからはしゃいでるだけ。
I mean, I'm pretty sure they've seen girls recently, but not a new girl, I guess. Yeah. I heard them talking about the cursed sword as well. I tried to brush it off. I didn't want to waste Yuriana's kindness. Time to shift my mindset. This is the only thing I can do. I must do my best here. That reminds me. I was so relaxed after drinking tea last night that I forgot about Wilhelm. I looked at my hand. Oh, we meant to go out with the sword? Good question. I don't have an answer. And I won't have an answer for a long time. Because his route is super locked. I looked it up. I know who's locked. Are you asleep? Hello? I was met with silence. My hand looked normal and scar-free. I'm afraid of going out of control, so I hope you keep sleeping.
食事の後は校内を案内してあげるね。あ、ちょうど窓際の席が空いた。あそこ行こう。
Yeah. Wow. After breakfast, Yuriana took me to a courtyard that was unbelievably vast. I thought the cafeteria was huge. What I'd seen of Nirvana far exceeded all my expectations. It's huge.
広いよね。私も来た時には驚いた。
It's just so great. Back home, our school was held in a small old church, but this was a whole new world.
わかるわかる。私の村もそんな感じだったよ。
I mean, there does seem to be potentially a church involved here. The bit in the middle at the back looks like it could be a church. Section. So this is a school. As I looked around, my eyes landed on something unfamiliar. Yuriana, what's that? Past the courtyard stood a majestic castle, and above the soaring spire there was a pattern that looked like a shining rainbow. Oh good, she is going to ask about the magic circle in the sky.
キオラ様のお城とミルベリア名物の魔法陣よ。
Magic circle?
このミルベリアの王都がキオラ様の魔力で守護されている話は聞いたことがある？
I shook my head.
女王キオラ様は凄まじい魔力をお持ちなんですって。その力によって他国からのどんな攻撃も跳ね返す魔法で王都を覆っているらしいわ。
Alright, magical protections. Got it. Wow, that's amazing.
あの虹色の魔法陣はその証。あれが輝いている限り、この都の繁栄は約束されているらしいの。
I see. I stared at the mesmerizing magic circle. If she has such strong mana, is she scary?
全然。キオラ様はこのニルバーナにも時々視察にいらっしゃるの。とても美しくて優雅な方よ。
We get to meet the queen? Maybe? She does inspections herself?
キオラ様だけじゃないのよ。他の国の王様方も視察に見えるの。それだけ期待されているということよね。頑張らなきゃ。
Right.
じゃあ校内を案内するね。ついてきて。
Guided tour, let's go.
ここが座学室。
Right, so I guess that's a map of at least the continent.
ニルバーナでは自分に向いていると思う授業を自由に選択して受けるの。
I feel bad asking about it, but what kind of classes are there? I couldn't help but ask. I'd learned swordsmanship only from Dad, so I had no clue what other subjects a school like Nirvana would offer.
そう思っちゃうよね。でもこれが実はいろいろあって、まずはここも一応学校ではあるから必修の一般教養の科目があるよ。
Oh, of course.
それ以外だとメインはやっぱり戦術論だけどね。
Strategy, huh? Strategic theory?
そう。後でまた詳しく説明するけど、模擬戦で優秀な成績を収めた生徒は実際の鎮圧などで指揮をすることが許されるの。
While they're still students, or?
つまり生徒でありながらも一国の将に値する行動を許されるというわけ。
They let students be generals? Interesting.
そうなるとどうやって部下のみんなを動かすかがすごく重要になるわけ。作戦とかそれに伴う兵の配置と陣形とか、それを学ぶのが戦術論って感じかな。
Sounds fun or sounds difficult? We have our first choice. That sounds difficult to me, I gotta say. You study those things too? Sounds difficult.
大丈夫。やってみると意外に覚えちゃうよ。
I hope so.
あとはこのオルテシア内の国の歴史と現在の情勢とか、言語とか武器理論とか、そうそう、薬の調合の仕方とか。
That is quite a range of subjects. Making medicine? You do that too? Sounds pretty fun. The range of subjects made me happy. Yuriana looked at me strangely. Huh?
まあ授業そのものは私も嫌いじゃないんだけどね。
You're just not very good at medicine, are you, Yuriana? Huh? Did I say something weird?
まあこの話も後で。次に案内するね。
Well, that's a Colosseum.
ここが闘技場。授業だけじゃなく、さっき言った模擬戦の会場になったりもするよ。
Oh, the sound of swords clashing. The endless sound of sword fighting filled the vast arena. The familiar sound made me tense. It brought back memories of my dad. That connected with the cruel memories of the past few days. The roaring flames, screams of the villagers I'd known all my life, The cruel sounds of enemy swords. Oh no. Everything went dark for a moment and I tried to hold back tears. I need to pull myself together. Now isn't the time to think about Dad or the village and get all sad. I looked up. And there's the first of our bachelors. He's got a scimitar. Or insert other kind of curved sword. My eyes locked onto a black-haired student and I leaned forward for a closer look. Oh, he's so strong! That's Abel. Abel. Sounds familiar. Oh, I heard that name in the cafeteria.
あいつは今のところこのニルバーナのトップなの。彼に勝てる者は誰もいない。
Right, unbeatable top student. Got it. This was far from practice. Mother looks calm while the other student is backing away desperately.
いつもあんな感じよ。強すぎて上官の先生たちもかなわないくらい。
It shows. His sword speed is so fast.
私も何度か戦ってるけど、もう全然。
最後だ。
It was over in a flash. The match barely lasted a minute.
そこまで。勝者はアベル。
Elias made the call.
審判してるのはエリアス教官。まだ若いんだけど、このニルバーナの総司令官なの。
Ah. So he's the boss here. Oh, really? That's amazing.
ただ、力関係的にはその上にさらにキオラ女王様がいるみたい。エリアス教官はあの方直属の部下って感じなのかな。
I see. I'll remember that. I thought about mentioning the trial to Yuriana, but decided against it. Looking over at Abel, he seemed unfazed, not even short of breath. I need to be careful about how I talk to him. Instructor.
さてと、次行こっか。こっち側の建物はいろいろな武器が資料として保管してあったりとか、薬品室があったり、いろいろ。特に立ち入り禁止とかの部屋はなかったはず。
Alright. She guided me down the hallway, and I smelled chemicals from the other side.
この匂い、準備室にニケがいるかな。
Is that your friend?
というか、いや、隠しておくのも良くないよね。ニルバーナの生徒になったんだし、現実は正しく見据えておかなければ。あ、やっぱりいた。
Bachelor number 2, I believe. I also believe locked route.
ニケ、あんたはもう、またそうやって一人で。当番制でしょ？他のやつにもやらせなさいよ。
別にそんなこと気にしてないよ。僕、薬煎じるの好きだし。
そんなだから使われるの。
もっと強気で。
ここにいるのも好きだし。ところでそっちの子がもしかして例の魔剣の
How many routes are locked? I think it's 3? I think it's 3. Nice to meet you.
はじめまして。僕はニケ。
What are you brewing there?
これは戦場に携帯するための傷薬だよ。僕たち衛生班の大事な仕事なんだ。
Medics? You have that here too? Do you volunteer to join it? Huh?
大丈夫だよ、ユリアナ。
Huh? I'm sorry, did I say something bad? I was startled by their interaction, but I had no idea what was going on.
衛生班は配属を希望するものじゃないんだ。
は？
平たく言うと、成績が悪いものが配属になる。
Okay. If you get bad grades, you end up working as a medic. Right. What? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I felt ashamed of myself. At least Nikkei was smiling in front of me. That was the only saving grace.
気にしないで。さっきユリアナにも言ったけど、僕は衛生班も大事な役目だと思ってるよ。
Yeah, medics are kind of super important if you don't want to die.
あと、僕に敬語は不要だよ。きっと年も近いと思うし。
Yes.
衛生班に関しては、元はといえば、武器なんてほとんど扱えない僕がここにいるのが悪いわけだし。退学になるまでは精一杯やるよ。
応援してる。じゃあ彼女を案内しないといけないからそろそろ行くね。
うん、また。
Did I accidentally upset Nikkei?
ああ、それは大丈夫だと思うよ。って私が言うのもあれだけど、彼はいつもあんな感じなの。
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a good idea to be like, hey, you're failing at this school. Now you have to make the medicine that keeps everyone alive. That just doesn't sound, like a good idea. He did seem quite mild-mannered.
そうなの。悪い子じゃないんだけど、こうあまりにも衛生班にいるのが当然になっちゃってて、それも良くないなって思うんだ。おせっかいかもしれないけどね。
Yuriana gave me a wry smile, but I think I understood how she felt. He's nothing like that Abel guy we saw earlier. He mentioned he's bad with weapons, so how was he able to be a Nirvana student?
いろいろ事情があるみたい。詳しくは知らないけど、ご両親に入れられたとかなんとか。
Ah. I see, so that kind of thing happens.
かなり珍しいと思うよ、そういう理由は。ほとんどが試験か、もしくはスカウトだもん。
I guess technically I'm here through recruitment, with some very big quotation marks around it.
あ、この先のあの大きなドアが図書室。朝は7時から夜は消灯の23時まで自由に使えるの。
library. A library.
本はね、意外に何でもあって面白いよ。戦闘関係のものだけじゃなくて、詩集とか美術書とかお料理の本とか。
That's wonderful. I must check it out later. Yes, let's go spend all our time in the library. Yeah, 16 hours every day. That means we can wake up, go to the library, go back to the dorm, sleep, and then go back to the library again. Right?
行ってみて。じゃあ次はジョーカーを案内してあげる。
How? Let's have a look at this. I'm really trying to place the architecture here, and I'm not certain. I'm not good at architecture. We left Nirvana's gates and headed to Frontier. Harry exclaimed loudly. Look at all the people! And shops!
ここのジョーカーはかなり面白いよ。さっき言ったように魔法で守られているからとにかく賑やか。一日じゃ回りきれないから、とりあえず近いところを軽く案内するね。
Sounds like a good plan.
最初はそうだな。どこから、あ、酒場を教えておこうかな。
Ah yes, straight to the tavern. A tavern? Yuriana, you drink?
違う。酒場は食堂も兼ねてるから、城下に来てる時にはきっと立ち寄ることもあると思うよ。もちろん未成年の飲酒は厳禁です。
We kept talking while observing the number of people walking around town. As we wandered, I noticed the crowds growing larger. Everyone was wearing vastly different fashions than I was used to.
あ、見えた。あそこが緑の雫亭っていう酒場。ああ、まださすがに空いてないか。コレットを紹介しようと思ってたのに。
Too early for the tavern to be open. Oop, accidentally quick saved.
美しい瞳のお嬢さん、こっち向いて。さあ、これをどうぞ。あなたのその瞳と同じ色の花を選びました。
Bachelor number 3 is a flirt. Excuse me?
はじめまして。俺はラスティン。彼女募集中だったけど、もうそれを口にするのはやめる。
Yeah, no. What?
今この瞬間から俺の彼女にならない。いや、なろうよ。なるべき。女の子が入るって聞いて楽しみにしてたんだけど、想像以上に可愛い子でよかったよ。この青いアネモネよりももっと深いその美しい青紫の瞳。そんな瞳で見つめられたら男は誰も逃げられない。今ここで君に会えたのもきっと運命。
いい加減にしなさいよ、ラスティン。彼女は来たばっかりなの。怯えさせないで。
怯えさせないでとは心外だな。俺はいつでも真面目なのに。俺の名前と顔覚えてくれたよね。これから仲良くして。
I don't know what to say. He offered me a bouquet, but I didn't want to make him feel bad by declining it. With no choice, I accepted it. Ah, no, you should have declined it.
じゃあ俺はこれくらいで。また。
He kissed the back of my hand holding the bouquet, prompting me to step back. A greeting? He blew me a kiss, all while keeping his composed manner, and ran off.
驚いたでしょ。ラスティンはいつもああなの。
Always?
彼はね、バイアザール国の王子様なの。
An obnoxious flirt who's also a prince. Right, yep. A prince? Someone like that is here too?
ただし、第二王子で国を継ぐ心配がないから遊びほうけてるんだって自分で言ってた。
Aha. The second prince. He said he's playing around himself.
でもチャラチャラして見えるけど、いや実際そうなんだけど、これがまた意外に強くてね。さっきのアベルに次いで2番キープ。
Ah, the second strongest in the school and a flirt. Right. Wow, then he must be really strong.
そういうことに。ちょっとそこパッシュ。
は？
Eligible battler number 4. And the one I'm kind of tempted by. Yuriana stopped a boy loaded with delicious-looking food. He was in a Nirvana uniform, but it was styled in a more laid-back way.
またサモサ食べてるの？好きね。
いや、好きなんだよ。いいじゃないかよ。
Nice to meet you, Pash. I'm new here.
よろしく。
These are called samosas? They look delicious.
ああ、うまいよ。
あれ？もしかして照れてる？
Yep, this one here, please.
誰が食ってる時にいきなり話しかけられたら誰だって焦るだろう。あと言葉遣い普通でいいよ。そういうのめんどい。じゃあな、俺はよう思い出したからもう行くぞ。
ああ、言っちゃった。やっぱり照れてる気がするんだけどな。
Oh, really? He was eating something that smelled really good.
ああ、あれはパシや私の国の料理でね、いろいろ種類があって、中にチーズとかひき肉とか野菜とかいろいろ入ってるんだ。
Where you come from? Where was that again, Yuriana?
私たちはダグロートなの。
Dagroth? That explains a lot. Dagroth. They were known for their warriors down in the south of Artesia. Oh, sorry, Artesia. I'd heard they produced the most knights, commanders, and soldiers in all of Artesia. And they've always stayed in Mulvaria, So I'd love to see digraphs myself one day, Yuriana.
いいよ、何でも話しちゃう。じゃあ今度は港の方行ってみようか。この道を歩いていけばすぐだから。
The port? There's an ocean?
そうそう。
I can't wait to see it. Yep, after all, Len grew up in the mountains, right? Oh. It's really the ocean.
もしかして初めて？
I nodded, completely awestruck.
私もそうだった。私が育った村はかなり山の方で海なんて見えなかったから。
Let's actually have a look at the sea. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Yuriana! The sea sparkled under the sunlight, unlike anything I'd seen. Sure, I knew rivers and lakes, but this was something else entirely. I'd only read about the ocean in books, but I couldn't imagine what they were like. So, this is it. The horizon where the blue sky and the ocean met was so far out.
ほら、いろいろな形の船がたくさん。他の大陸からの船がああやっていつもいろいろなものを運んできて、そして持ち帰る。
Oh, right. I remembered the items in Frontier.
ちなみにこの港通りには占星術やってる占い師さんのお店とか武器屋さんのお店とかがあるよ。でも昼間は閉じてることが多いみたい。
Fortune teller? That sounds interesting.
ちなみにその占い師さんってね、すっごく綺麗な男の人なんだよ。
Oh? Really? I wonder what he's like.
モテモテらしいけど恋人作らないって評判。
Single?
まあ私には関係ありませんけどね。
Wait a minute. Could it be... Yuriana? Do you have a boyfriend?
え？どうして？
Well, from what you just said...
そう。
She blushed and started fidgeting.
まあ、います。一応。
I knew it.
全然軍人とかじゃなくてね。もうナイフ一本握れないし、運動神経も良くないし、もう本当に全然ひ弱なんだけどね。でも真面目なの。もうそれだけが取り柄っていうか、あと食べ物の好き嫌いはなくてね。声は割とかっこいいよ。背もまあそれなり。今度ここに来ることがあったら紹介する。
Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting your boyfriend, Ariana. Looking forward to it.
あ、そろそろ昼食の時間だね。サモサ食べさせてあげたかったけど、また今度にして戻ろう。
Sounds good. The library should be this way. With Yuriana off to her afternoon class, I wandered the campus alone. Yeah, I was wondering if we couldn't have them for lunch today, but I guess we had to go back to school for lunch. And then Yuriana had to go to class. Yuriana's invitation to join her was tempting, but I can't be dependent on her forever. This place is huge. I've got to learn where everything is soon. found someone familiar walking towards me.
いやあ、昨日より元気そうでよかった。
I am. Thank you so much for yesterday.
魔剣は眠ったままかい？
I think so. I haven't heard a peep from him since then. Mephisto stared at my right hand.
一つ確かめたいんだが、あれが起きていないと魔剣は出現しないのかな？
Are we confirming this?
というか、君の中に同化しているのなら、君の意志でビルヘルムを起こすこともできるのでは？
I'm not sure. It hit me again that the cursed sword was why I was here. I had fun the entire day and I was able to forget about it, but in the end, I knew that was the only reason. How would I be able to?
難しい意味に考えないでくれ。ただ君が強く念じたら何か起きるのかなと思っただけだ。
Strongly.
やってみてくれないかな、ここで。
Right here? I looked at Mephisto. He said he knew sorcery, but if I lost control, I might end up harming him. But wouldn't that be dangerous? What if you get hurt?
おや、心配してくれるのか？優しい子だね、君は。私にそんな配慮は無用だ。これでも魔術の腕には自信があってね。もし魔剣が暴走しても、君を守ってあげられると思うよ。
I understand. I stared down at my right hand. It looked as normal as ever. It all happened just yesterday. I still couldn't believe it. Come out? Come out to my hand. Oop! In the next moment, I felt a burning sensation on my palm. Oh! There it was, the sword, appearing in my hand once again. Huh? But no voice came from it. No sign of that boy. Wilhelm? Are you awake? Silence. Are you still asleep? Mephisto chuckled and shrugged as I kept asking the same question.
眠っているようだね。気配を感じない。
So we can have sword without boy. Got it. Oh.
ということは、少なくとも君の意志で魔剣を呼び出せるらしいことは明らかになったわけだ。
Does this mean it's impossible for us to be disarmed? Like, if we were wielding the sword and someone knocked it out of our hands, what would happen? I want to know. Yes, I guess.
明日からは授業に出るのだろう。私も魔剣には興味がある。覗かせてもらうよ。
This will be the next day then. We don't get to see the library.
準備いい？いける？
Yeah, I'm good to go.
あれ？こんな朝早く誰かな？あ、おはようございます、マヤ教官。
おはよう。エリアス殿がお呼びです。今日の授業は欠席でよろしい。朝食後、すぐに指令室へ行きなさい。
So we're not going to class today. Got it. Excuse me?
ミルベリア女王キオラ様、アスール国王シェラザール様、ダグロート国王イルダス様が王城にてあなたと謁見を行います。
Excused from class to go meet royalty. This is definitely a throne room. It's very green. Oh boy, what do I do? Found myself in this lavish hall I'd never seen before, with Instructor Elias. Inlaid around the throne were large pieces of emerald. This is overwhelming. It looks like there's a sigil up there that seems to be like a magic rod crossed with something that's either another magic rod or some kind of like fancy halberd or something, maybe. I'm not sure how to react around it. Yeah, I'm not sure how to act around royalty. I'm going to see the monarchs of 3 nations at once. Feeling the stress, my stomach knotted up. After letting out countless sighs. Oh! A grand door behind the throne swung open, revealing the 3 sovereigns. The air feels... The atmosphere tensed with their presence. A palpable pressure filled the air, but it didn't spark fear within me. They slowly approached me. She is in fact very pretty. Yes, Your Majesty.
私がこのミルベリア女王のキオラです。よろしくね。
It's an honor to meet you.
紹介するわ。こちらがアスール国王シェラザール。
I'm guessing that's going to be the guy on the left. Just because he's blue.
はじめまして。
向こうがダグロート国王イルダス。
Probably the guy on the right.
お前が魔剣の娘か。よろしくな。
Having heard the voices, definitely. The honor is all mine, Your Majesties. King Cerazar, King Ildas. I bowed as deeply as I could, almost folding in half.
まあ、そう堅苦しくなるな。今日は俺たちのわがままで呼びつけてすまなかった。
I am not dropping formalities around royalty, mate. That is not how this is gonna go. No trouble at all. Yeah, these do seem nicer than... What was his name again? The guy who wanted to cut us in half?
本当に突然ごめんなさいね。ただやはりこのオルテシアに伝わる魔剣が目覚めたとあっては、この目で確かめておかないとね。
That is a very fancy armor style dress. Yes.
しかし、本当に華奢な少女なのだな。魔剣を目覚めさせたと聞いて、てっきりイグニスのような女猛者を想像していたのだが。
He is open to being stabbed in the stomach.
だよな、シェラザール。実は俺もそう思っていた。
Who's this Ignis person? This isn't someone we've met, is it? No, I don't think. Ignis? Who is that? I think I heard that name somewhere before.
しかも聞いたところによると、
魔剣には人格が宿り、しかも子供とか。
Good stuff. Thank you, Dragon. I knew it began with a G. I was like, I couldn't think of any G name that wasn't Gareth for a second there, and that wasn't right. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Hello, Hunter. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been good. How are you? Not at all. Trying not to seem weak in front of them, I denied it. Queen Kiora's long lashes fluttered as she closed her eyes and shook her head sadly.
このミルベリアで起こる戦乱の原因は私の統治にも問題があるはず。ごめんなさい。
Taking responsibility for it? Well, that's a point in her favor. Please don't say that.
そうだぞ、キオラ。まだ詳細は明らかになってはいないだろうが、大方魔剣絡みではないのか。
Queen Kiora still looked sad. Seeing someone so noble and stunning looking sad also made me feel blue.
そう、悔やむな、キオラ。お前は俺などよりよほどうまく国を治めていると思うぞ。
Yeah, exercise can do that to you, Hunter. Like, all the time. So, good luck.
Ore no kuni de この1年でどれほどの小競り合いが起こったか知っているだろう。まったく血気盛んな連中ばかりで困ったものよ。
He's actually amused by it? King Hildas, ever so vibrant. As for King Cerazar, maybe he prefers silence? I glance over at King Cerazar. He continued to stare at me after our brief greeting.
ところでキオラよ。早速だが、いいか？
ええ、大丈夫だと思いますが、一応彼女の気持ちもあるでしょうから、聞いてみてはいかが？
My permission for what? What are you talking about?
この俺と手合わせ願いたい。
How did I know? What?
伝説の魔剣はこのオルテシアの武人たちの中では憧れと畏怖の入り混じる存在だ。しかもな、ダグロートの過去の王がそれの持ち主だったこともあるのだ。
Really?
ああ、国の誇りとして語り継がれている。その身が息絶えるその瞬間まで魔剣に飲み込まれることなく、義の心で剣を制し、我がダグロートを繁栄に導いた王よ。
Well, it's good to hear a story that doesn't end up with someone going mad. So thanks. See, so not all of the owners end up going crazy. With the right intent and strong will.
まあ、そんな事情もあってな。正直に言えば、この俺が目覚めさせてみたかったとは思うが。だが、剣を買わせるだけでも幸運よ。ぜひ一戦願いたい。
Well, I'm hoping you don't want to do it here. This seems like a terrible venue for that. facing King Ildus. He was the largest of the three. He was a veritable giant. Even without a duel, I could easily sense his immense strength. I mean, he must...
大陸に聞こえし体験の使い手イルダス。魔剣の乙女の腕試しとしては悪くない相手だと思うぞ。
He must be very confident of his own strength, given that his entire chest is uncovered. But I looked at Queen Kiora pleadingly. However,
大丈夫よ、ラン。
Queen Kiora?
私もこの目で見てみたいの。魔剣の力を。
I don't even know how to access the sword's might. Can't I have some practice with this first? Understood. Oh good, we have moved to the arena. We moved from the castle to the arena of Nirvana. The monarchs of 3 nations appeared, and now I had to fight one. Students who heard about this started to assemble. Oh no! We've got an audience! Well, yeah, that's true. We just go, please, Wilhelm, please help. Right? And then maybe he'll wake up and do something. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but it reminded me of yesterday's breakfast. Can I really even fight? The cursed sword was bonded to me. Wilhelm appearing was proof of that. However, since I only faintly remember what happened when the cursed sword awakened, I was extremely anxious. That two-handed sword is massive. A single strike would blow me away.
さあ、魔剣を出してみせて。
Well, at least we figured out we can do that. Yes. Now feeling anxious, I remembered Mephisto's words from yesterday. Taking out the sword felt odd then, but thanks to that I was able to proceed without trouble today. Yep. Cheers, Mephisto! Cursed sword, come to my hand. Ooh, a cousin. My palm felt hot. The warmth spread throughout my body and suddenly the sword appeared. Okay, who's the redhead? Hello. Hello. Queen Kiora stood behind King Ildus, eyes locked on the now visible sword.
決して疑っていたわけではありませんが、魔剣は本当にあったのですね。なんと美しい青い炎のような。
確かに伝説の魔剣と呼ぶにふさわしい輝きだ。その力もさることながら、この美しさに見入られて欲する者もいたのだろうな。
The monarch's gazes weren't as cold as the officers during the trial, yet their expectations for the sword heightened my anxiety. Of course, this isn't just about a spar with King Ildus. If a war broke out, I'd have to go and fight in it. No, that's not all. Defeat is not an option.
よーし、では早速やるか。
Yeah, that is a serious broadsword.
俺の準備はバッチリだ。どこからでもかかってくるがよいぞ。
Yes. I tightened my grip on the sword. Speaking of which, this sword feels light. Although the blade was larger, it was lighter than a rapier. It was easy to swing down, but I wondered how effective it would be against someone like King Ildus. Wilhelm? Are you awake? I called out, hoping for a response. Nothing. No reply from Wilhelm, only silence. Maybe he's still sleeping? Can we tap into the full power of the sword if Wilhelm is asleep? I keep saying things that Lamb then thinks of immediately afterwards. The concern weighed heavily on me. Could the sword's power be unleashed even with Wilhelm asleep? But I could bring out the cursed sword, so all should be well.
Sa, koi.
Well, on guard. Positioning my sword, I aimed at King Ildas's two-handed sword, and then swung down.
Oh. Oi, oi. なんだこの生蔵は。これでは俺どころか、新米兵士一人も倒せんぞ。
What? I had a sinking feeling. I gave it my all, channeling everything Dad taught me.
これでは見ている方もつまらなかろう。お前がそのつもりなら、俺から行くぞ。おりゃ！
Yeah. A mix of dull shock and sharp pain surged through my arms and shoulders as I was sent flying.
何？
Yeah. King Ildas's blow kicked me up and I tumbled to the ground. Pain racked my body, but I forced myself back up. I'm sorry. I could taste blood in my mouth. Something had split when I hit the ground.
おお、どうした？気を抜いていたか？
You're expecting me to be a far stronger warrior than I actually am, King Ildas.
本当に遠慮などいらないのだぞ。この俺の首を取る気持ちでかかってきてくれて構わぬ。
I mean, that sounds like a terrible intent for me to come as king with, but sure. Okay. I picked up my sword from where it fell. The sword's too light. But if that's the case, then all the previous bearers must have felt this way. I glanced at Queen Kiora, noticing a shadow dimming the earlier glimmer of hope. Queen Kiora gave me such kind words, I can't bear to let her down. It's okay. I can do this. Tears welled up. Pain throbbed in my elbows, back and thighs. I couldn't even catch my breath. Here I go.
Yes.
I aimed the sword at King Ildas, determined. Yet again, with more pain and force, I was launched into the air. Yeah, I think we need Wilhelm to be awake. This time I lay immobilized. My vision flashed red. My head pounded.
もうおやめください、イルダソ
イグニス。
Ah, this is Ignis.
宣告からこの少女と剣の動きをずっと見守ってまいりましたが、残念ながらとても伝説の魔剣の使い手とは思えません。
I've disappointed a very pretty lady. And, you know, everyone else. I guess two very pretty ladies.
いや、だがしかし、剣は確かに。
A hush fell over everyone. King Ildas and Queen Kiora seemed to want to speak, yet words escaped them. I...
恐れながら申し上げます。各国王陛下。
メフィスト？
先日この剣の中に存在していると思われるものの言葉を聞きましたが、それによるとまだ覚醒したばかりで不安定なようなのです。
不安定？
はい。それらは審問会の場にいた者全員が聞いておりますので、そう言わないかと。
私もそれは確かに聞きました。しばらく眠っていたせいで不安定なのだと。
なるほど。そういう事情か。
Yeah, come back later when Wilhelm's awake and I've figured out how to channel his power properly.
魔剣自体を呼び出すことはできても、まだその力を自由自在に使いこなすというわけにはいかないのかもしれません。
なるほど。
So I can summon it but can't control it? How's that possible?
立てるかい？
Hand reached out to me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I accepted her hand and got to my feet. Yeah, why did it take us getting hurt for them to figure that one out? Exactly.
私はダグロ王国副将イグニス。これから戦場で共に戦うこともあるかもしれない。よろしく頼むよ。
It's good to meet you too. Do all of the warriors in Digrath wear as little armor as you and your king? Lady Ignis. Oh yeah, I finally remember. Lady Ignis of Digrath. I heard from Dad that she's so skilled that she rapidly rose to Adjutant General, despite being a woman. Pleased to meet you.
大丈夫だ、小娘。
は？
イルダス王の剣を2回食らって立ち上がれるだけでも十分立派だよ。見どころがある。
Oh good, we're still relatively impressive because we're alive. And can stand. Good, good. Thank you? Hearing that brought a smile to my face without realizing it.
大丈夫？
Oh, I'm fine. It was just a scratch.
魔剣のこと、こちらも抑えてしまってごめんなさいね。もっと慎重に進めるべきでした。
No, Queen Kiora, please don't apologize. I'm still learning about all this too. I thought I was ready to fight. I felt a gentle touch. His large hand rested on my shoulder. And King Yildiz, you don't have to apologize to me either.
いや、はしゃぎすぎた俺が悪い。打ったところは大丈夫か？ひねったりはしていないか？
If you sprained anything. I think most people would have some broken bones from this, Yildiz. Sorry, King Yildiz. Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you. Sparring with you, even briefly, was very insightful, King Yildiz.
いい根性だ。イグニスの言った通り見どころがあるぞ。なんならここを卒業したらうちの国に来るか。
Ah yes, yes. Something is bleeding. I'm going to hope I'm going to hope we like bit our lip or something, or like the inside of our mouth. That's what I'm gonna hope for. King Yildiz's offer struck a chord. He said after my graduation. Will everything really be okay? With the cursed sword as it is, should I even be here? I didn't have another place to go. There was my mum and Nina's situation. Despite everything that happened, I was now hoping to stay here to be of some use to Queen Kiora.
焦らないでいいのよ。
Queen Kiora gave me a gentle smile, as if she knew what I was thinking.
魔剣のことはまだまだ謎も多い。私たちでさえ知らないことがあるのが現状よ。実際これだけ長い間その魔剣は眠っていたのだもの。安定しないということも十分あり得るわ。でもそれは決してあなたのせいではないでしょ。
Queen Kiora.
あなたによく覚えておいてほしいの。確かにこのニルバーナはこのオルテシアの平和を守るための組織であり、ここにいる限り戦うことを義務付けられる。もしかしたらこれからあなたはまた辛い思いをするかもしれない。いえ、私たちはあなたに辛い選択を強いることになるかもしれない。それでも私は決してあなたを不幸にしたいわけでもないし、傷つけたいわけでもない。あんな形で故郷を失ったあなたに新しい居場所を見つけてほしいと思っているの。それはこのニルバーナかもしれないし、もしかしたら他の場所かもしれない。それはこれからあなたが選び手に入れるものでしょう。それまではどうかここをあなたの家だと思ってちょうだい。きっとここであなたも成長できると思うわ。
Queen Kiora's crimson eyes smiled gently. I can't. I'm going to cry again. I closed my eyes and bowed deeply. Showing tears might seem weak. I couldn't worry Queen Kiora further after all her kindness. Thank you very much. Being close to tears, my voice trembled, but I managed to hold it in. As a Mulperian and a member of Nirvana, I aim to better myself and become stronger.
期待しているわ。大丈夫？
Exiting the arena, Yuriana, who had been waiting for me, ran over.
あれ、かなり強く打ったでしょ。骨にひびとか入ってない？
Yuriana's from Dalgrath, right? Well, we should totally go there after graduation. All good here. I can already walk. It stung a bit all over, but I didn't sprain anything. I gently tested my limb's movement.
そう。ならいいけど、まさかあんなことになるなんて。見てるこっちがもうヒヤヒヤした。
Yeah, she's genuinely worried about us. I love Yuriana. Sorry for making you worry.
無事でよかった。それよりも魔剣って綺麗だね。
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess.
初めて見たから私もなんだかドキドキしちゃった。
Yuriana's bright smile showed no sign of fear of the sword, which eased my anxieties. About the cursed sword, there's still a lot for me to learn. Oh, I scraped my knee, so I should head to the infirmary for some disinfectant.
月そうか？場所わかる？
I've got it. Thanks. See you later.
魔剣の力も大したことはないようだな。
Oh, Gustav is back. Piss off, Gustav.
グスタフ教官。
Ah, no. What subject does he teach and can I stay away from him?
不安定なのはお前のせいじゃないのか？
Well... I was stunned by the sudden hostility. Yuriana looked equally alarmed. He's from before. He aimed his sword at me during the trial, and his attire suggested affiliation with Nirvana. Apparently, he was an instructor.
ああ、初めてだったかな、新入り。俺はグスタフ。お前の上官だ。
Nice to meet you. He didn't seem inclined to bring up the trial in front of Yuriana.
歴史に残る魔剣の使い手たちはみんなそれぞれ有望な王や武将たちだった。それなのになぜお前のような小娘なんだ。
Ah, sexist as well. Yeah, piss off.
教官。
父親に剣を教わっていたそうだが、その男も所詮騎士の命もない田舎の使い手。そんな腕前とその細い体では偉大なる魔剣を使いこなせねえだろうな。
What? Rage surged through me. I surprised myself with how furious I was.
エリアス殿や女王陛下たちは甘いことを言ってるようだが、現場としてはいいお荷物でしかない。
そんな言い方はないと思います。彼女だってまだ。
It's okay. I was angry, but also surprisingly calm. I knew what I needed to say.
なんだ。何か言いたいことがあるなら言ってみろ。
Instructor Gustav reached for my arm and I smacked his hand away without hesitation.
おい。
Instructor Gustav, you're right. I admit I still can't fully harness the cursed sword, and I might hinder Nirvana. But earlier, Queen Kiora told me to find a new place that feels like home. It could be here, it could be elsewhere. But for now, I'll try my best here. I'm aware I may cause you trouble, but I'm eager to learn from you.
素晴らしい。あいつ何も言えなくなってた。
I just had to.
もうグスタフはみんなから嫌われてるの。性格悪いし、頭悪いし。だから気にしないで。
Oh, good. Good to know that you don't like him either. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I still need to go to the infirmary. I'll see you later.
いってらっしゃい。
And with that scene change and looking at the time, I am going to call it for today. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule for this channel is both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of the channel. The next scheduled stream is one more demo that I couldn't fit in last week, but it looks really interesting. It's called Death and Phaeology, and is yet some more Detective Kalla time. So I hope to see you then, or another time. once again, thank you very much for coming. Did I say that was Wednesday? I may or may not have said that was Wednesday. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Yeah. Hope to see you another time. Once again, thank you very much for watching. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!